This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
911 is a crucial service, but it doesn't come cheap. To help pay for it, the Wenatchee Valley's Rivercom system gets about $3.2 million a year from a simple sales tax in Chelan and Douglas counties.
Hundreds of people gathered inside the Wenatchee High School auditorium on Friday afternoon, where 53 Wenatchee Valley College students were recognized.
The Mitsubishi Aircraft Corporation has renamed its Mitsubishi Regional Jet, now known as Mitsubishi Space Jet. Duck tickets are on sale for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Columbia Basin Annual Family Fun Day and Duck Derby set for Saturday, June 22nd at Cascade Park.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
911 is a crucial service, but it doesn't come cheap. To help pay for it, the Wenatchee Valley's Rivercom system gets about $3.2 million a year from a simple sales tax in Chelan and Douglas counties. That tax is due to sunset this year, and Rivercom Director Misty Vibrock wants voters to reauthorize it indefinitely in the August 2019 election.
I am worried about what would happen if we didn't continue to receive this funding. We were only one of 2 counties in the history that I'm aware of that sunsetted this tax.
Rivercom's telecommunicators take calls and dispatch resources from police and fire agencies throughout both counties. Since voters approved the 0.1% sales tax in 2009, Rivercom has used the money for major equipment and facilities improvements. If the tax is not renewed, Vibrock says, Rivercom won't be able to keep up with changes in technology, and it will have a ripple effect on the response agencies, which share in part of the revenues to pay for their own communications gear.
It has really benefited the public safety response as a whole for fire, EMS, and law enforcement.
Unlike the current tax, the reauthorization has no sunset provision. That means the Rivercom sales tax would be in effect indefinitely.
We don't foresee any other long-term sustainable funding that is going to allow us to continue to improve our radio sites, keep up with the growth of Chelan and Douglas counties. We have not changed our telecommunicator structure since 2004, and we have the need to increase some of the staffing out there.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Hundreds of people gathered inside the Wenatchee High School auditorium on Friday afternoon, where 53 Wenatchee Valley College students were recognized for their graduation from the institution's associate degree program for registered nursing.
The associate degree program is 3 years. It's 1 year of prerequisites and 2 years of nursing.
WVC added the required curriculum for RN certification over the last decade after previously only offering courses for the training of licensed practicing nurses, or LPNs. Within the last 2 years, the college has also started providing a path for those who complete the associate's program in nursing to add a bachelor's degree as well.
That program is 1 year, hybrid, 80% online, so that students that already have gotten their associate's degree and are practicing nurses can come back to school while still working full-time.
Every student who graduates from any level of certification in the nursing field takes part in a special pinning ceremony which serves as a symbolic rite of passage into the family of professional nursing. The unique ritual's roots can be traced all the way back to the Crusades of the 12th century, although the modern tradition dates back to the 1860s, when Florence Nightingale was bestowed with the Red Cross of St. George in recognition of her service to those injured during the Crimean War. Acceptance into the RN program at WVC is also a battlefield in its own right, since the number of enrollees it can accept is limited, and the real-world employment of its graduates is just about 100% guaranteed.
Our class size is based on our number of faculty that we have, based on our clinical sites. So our associate degree program is very competitive because everybody gets a job when they get out. I haven't heard of any student that hasn't been able to go right into the workforce since I've been at Wenatchee Valley College. actually since I've been a nurse educator for over a decade, it's just we cannot crank out enough nurses for the demand that's in the industry.
In fact, the current demand for qualified registered nurses is so high that many students get hired before they even graduate.
I think last year it was like 35 of like 45 students were hired before they even graduated. I don't know what the numbers are this year, but I can say it's a job that you kind of get to be able to be selective on where you go because there is so much demand.
Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The Mitsubishi Aircraft Corporation has renamed its Mitsubishi regional jet, now known as Mitsubishi Space Jet, and announced a redesigned, smaller model. The first MRJ model currently being flight tested in Moses Lake, a 90-seat plane previously called the MRJ 90, is now the SpaceJet M90 and is set to enter service in mid-2020. Formerly the MRJ 70, the SpaceJet M100 has been redesigned as it was previously said to be too small for U.S. airline carriers. The company says the redesigned SpaceJet M100 is perfectly matched to the U.S. and global markets alike, a result of research and development over the past few years to address the regional market's current and future needs. Mitsubishi says the M100 will offer the most spacious and comfortable cabin in its class. The M100 is expected to enter service sometime in 2022. Mitsubishi is set to debut the M100 cabin interior at the Paris Air Show next week. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News. Duck tickets are on sale for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Columbia Basin Annual Family Fun Day and Duck Derby set for Saturday, June 22nd at Cascade Park. The annual fundraiser is set from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and admission is free. The event includes family games and activities, informational booths, and more. Thousands of small ducks will be released into the lake and funneled to shore for the Duck Derby, with dozens of prizes including $1,500 for first place, 4 Seattle Mariners tickets for second place, and $500 for third place. Duck tickets are available at several locations in Moses Lake, including the McGraw Clubhouse, Windermere K2 Realty, Horizon Credit Union, Business Interiors and Equipment, and Dream Acres Espresso. Proceeds from the annual event, sponsored by Horizon Credit Union, benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Columbia Basin. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.